It's a little hard to see, but this guy right here is trying to tunnel. If you look in the corner, right there, it's hard to see too, but you can tell they've kind of started to dig a little. So, the brochure that they came with said that it'll take them about a day or two to start tunneling properly. But, here we go. Hello. Anyway, I'm at Walmart right now. I am going to go inside. I'm going to see what items they have that I could possibly build a homemade ant farm out of. I'm going to be filming while I'm inside discreetly so as I don't get kicked out. I'm also going to be showing you afterwards my spoils and going through what I found with you, telling you about prices. After I leave Walmart, I'm going to the next parking lot over where there is a Petco. I'm also going to go in there, do the same thing, see what I can make an ant farm out of, see what things I can put in my new ant farm that I'm about to make. You know, some plants, some cool sticks maybe. I might find some sticks outside, but if they have anything cool, I might grab it. But I'm going to show you guys how to make the ant farm. I'm also going to show you how to catch your own. So that's going to be really interesting. That being said, I have never caught my own ants before, so it's going to be an adventure for me too. We're going to be learning together as we go. Also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, if you are going into a public place, wear a mask. Literally, just save lives, you know? Be cool. So, I'm not getting this today, but something along these lines is going to be for one of my next videos, for my really big one. You can also use something like this, which I am actually considering today. There are all kinds of lidded jars. This one will be really good because it's got that latchable lid and they can't get out, so that's a really good idea. I would also suggest one of these down here. Some of these look really good. So, I'm done at Walmart. I'm about to go to Petco. At Walmart, I got like 4 decent sized jars, a small one, 2 mediums, and a super large. I got that all for about $15.43. I went to the craft section as well as the kitchen section. The kitchen section had some amazing items that you can absolutely use for an ant farm. Now, some of them did not have lids, which I don't like. However, you could always make a lid out of like saran wrap or something. I don't know. Totally up to you. But I don't want to do that. I would prefer to have a wooden lid or a metal lid. That's just me. Also, I have to give a quick shout out to my girl Billy, who I just met inside Walmart. She and I are going to do some collabs in the future, I hope, as well as talk about our ant farm love. She directed me where to go and what to find, and she really gave me some good tips, so thank you, Billy. Alright guys, so I'm about to go inside Petco. I just got here. If you have any videos that you would like to see me make, please drop me a comment below, or you can shoot me a personal message if you know me personally and ask. But if not, just shoot me a comment on YouTube and I'll respond and we'll get you taken care of. Alright, so I left Petco because they didn't have a single item for ants. They did not sell ants, they did not sell ant farms, they did not even sell sand. So, I'm going to take my cute little butt up to the park where there is a sandbox and I'm going to steal some sand and hope there's nothing gross in it. I don't know where else to get sand, guys, other than online, and I want to do this today. So I'm just going to do it, see how it goes. I'll let you know. I'm really hoping it's not a bad idea. But yeah, let's go to the park. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is my supplies for everything I'm going to need to build my ant farm. So what we're going to start with is we're going to start with a giant jar. As you can see, it's bigger than my hand, so it's a pretty damn large jar. What we're going to use is this giant jar of sand, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it. This tiny jar we're going to use to catch them, the ants that is, and we're going to use this honey to attract them. We're also going to use this strainer to get the rocks out of here. You're gonna need a Q-tip and some Vaseline or petroleum jelly. You're also gonna need some kind of sticks as far as like skewers of some sort. And I grabbed a couple extra sticks just for decor. They're really curved, so I thought it might be fun to watch the ants climb across them. Step one, we're gonna catch some ants. I'm going to take my teeny tiny jar, get the sticker off the bottom, because who wants to see that sticker? Psh, it's ugly. Like I said earlier in my video, I only spent about $15.43 on the Walmart purchase. I did go to Dollar General and spend $6 on the strainer, the spray bottle, and some Tic Tacs for myself. So you will need a spray bottle. You're gonna wanna spray the sand to get it a little damp. I'll show you how to do that here in a minute. What you're gonna wanna do next, and this is something that I came up with, no one told me to do this. I did read something about it as far as petroleum jelly. They cannot, you know, climb back up through petroleum jelly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on the upper rim around here of this jar, so that when I lay it in the dirt, it's gonna be tilted like this. So they climb down, they get to the honey, and they can't get out. That's my goal. So I'm gonna take just a swab of this. This is a good sized chunk, and just start smearing it. It's everywhere up in there. That's what you want. You want to get it all over the inside of the top of the jar. So let me just... So what you're gonna do is you are gonna take the honey, which is actually holding up my camera, and you're just gonna pop that lid open, drizzle a teeny tiny dot down there, just a little bit, just enough to get their attention, you know. I'm gonna do just a little more. Oh, got some on the edge. Hold up. Let me just... Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's real good. That's good shit. Ooh, I love honey. Did you know local honey? If you eat local honey, it can help you with your allergies. It kind of helps you build an immunity to the plants that are around you. And it helps you not be as allergic to them, and it helps with allergies. So if you have allergies like I do, eat local honey. All right. If you can see, I've put it on the upper rim here, not the bottom, just the upper rim, so that while I said it's tilted, they can't climb out, but they can climb in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is approximately 10:15 a.m. where I am at. What I'm gonna do is take this jar, and I'm gonna show you where I'm gonna put it. All right, as you can see, I've got my jar. It's sitting in some rocks where I see a lot of ants. So what I'm gonna do is leave it right here. It's tilted upward, as you can see. So like I said, they're gonna climb in here. They're gonna go down through here, get to the honey, and the petroleum jelly is gonna prevent them from getting back out. Okay, everyone. So we have our giant jar. I put a little bit of petroleum jelly around the upper rim, just like I did the mini jar. This is, again, going to prevent them from climbing out. I don't want them to be able to get to the top of the lid, and I really don't want them climbing out whenever I go to open the lid and feed them. Because this jar, this ant farm is not going to be gel like my other one. The gel is a substance they can eat and drink. I am, however, doing sand for this one, which I will spray down, and I will show you how to do that too. Okay, everyone. So you're gonna take your big jar. You're gonna take your medium jar with the lid on tight. You're just gonna put it right down the center, like so. As you can see, it's right in the middle. You just want that jar to sit right in the middle there. Now here's where it gets real important. You're gonna take your strainer. You're gonna set it like so on top. It'll balance. There it goes. And you're gonna take your sand, which may have rocks in it like mine. And you're just gonna sift that junk out, little by little. Little by little. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is a little messy. I am getting sand all over the table that I'm using. Don't tell my father because I will clean it up and he doesn't want to know that it's there. But what you're going to want to do next, you're going to take your little spritzer. It's going to shoot it down up in there. Spray some of that sand down. Just real gentle. You don't want it to be like soaked. You just want it to be damp. Like I'm gonna show you. Right here you can see the difference. The sand on the left is dry. The sand on the right is wet. You want it to be wet, but you don't want there to be pools of water at the bottom. Again, I'm gonna be honest with you guys because that's what I do. This is gonna take a while to fill up this jar. It's taken me about 10 minutes so far, and I've only gotten about yay high. So, I guess we'll see how long this takes. Hello again, guys. So I had to move locations. I was at my house. I did decide to come back to the park where I got the sand because I ran out. So I didn't have enough. One jar was not enough. So make sure when you're doing this, you have enough sand or dirt or whatever you're using to fill your jar. Also, as a side note, there are other people at this park, so I want to be considerate and let them know, you know, I'm just building an ant farm. I'm not filming anyone besides myself. So I made sure to go over to the parents of the children here and say, hey, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing. So just be courteous if you are filming anything for YouTube. Just let them know what you're doing, let them know that you're filming yourself and no one else, and they'll usually be pretty cool about it. Now back to the ants. So I'm gonna film in this direction for a second. I'm gonna be honest with you guys because I'm doing this as I film. It takes some patience, it really does. Like, there's a lot of rocks in here, like teeny tiny rocks in the sand. And so I'm just using my strainer and using my fingers to kind of push the sand through the strainer. Once you get a couple strains of sand in there, you do want to spray it again layer by layer so that every bit of sand is moist and damp, but again, no pools of water that will drown them. It will collapse their tunnels. Progress is being made, you guys. I'm on my second jar. I'm about halfway through the second jar. I have to give a quick shout out. I'm up at the park still, and I had a bunch of kids come up to me and ask me what I was doing, and they started asking me questions about ants, so we had a good little conversation about that with them and their parents, of course, and they asked for the link to the page, so I know they're watching this video, so hi guys. Now back to the ants. Alright guys, it took me a little over an hour to get this baby filled all the way up. If you see, I don't know if you can see very well in the video, I only filled it to about here because I want all this space for them to be able to pull the dirt up, bring it out, and let them put it where they need to put it, pile it up so they can make a hill. Again, you will notice that the sand is damp, not super wet, but damp. I just spritzed it a little bit and here we are. Hello again. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a kebab skewer and we're just gonna take it, and about an inch or two down, you want to push some holes, just a little bit, just a couple on the edges. That way you can see them when they start to tunnel. But you just want to do a couple of those all around. Alright guys, I just got home and I just finished making my big ant farm. Also, if you look, right there is my little jar, so I can catch ants. I checked on it, it's been out here for about an hour and a half, and there are no ants in it still, so I'm gonna come back out here in a few hours and see what we got. If there's none in there still, I'll just leave it out, I guess, for tomorrow. So, whatever. Okay guys, so they're starting a real tunnel, and I'm getting really excited. It's right here. If you look up, you can see all the little bits of blue goo that they took out, the gel, and they put it up there, because you can tell they're building tunnels in a couple different places. As you can see, those are the holes that I made right there that you can see, but they're starting to build their own on the edges mostly, which is really cool because that's where I want them, so that I can see them really well. But if you look right here, they've got a whole lot of room down there in that tunnel. There's like 3 or 4 of them working on it. Oh man, I'm tired. That took me a couple hours, guys. I'm exhausted. I was sitting in the sun. It was a long morning, but I'm okay, and it was actually a lot of fun. So, worth it. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the fact that Petco is useless. For ants, at least. I mean, they had some cool stuff for, like, fish, but we ain't looking for fish. We looking for ants. I called 2 separate locations. They didn't have anything. Went to another location. They didn't have anything. It was a mess. So I guess I'm either going to be ordering online, which I have only found one website that sells Lasius niger, the black ant, which I want to get, because I already have red harvester ants. I would like to see some Lasius niger, see if they have a little different behavior or tunnel patterns even, or something along those lines. So I'm curious. I did find one website, I think, that can ship them. Unfortunately, though, they do send a queen, which is cool, but they only send 5 to 10 ants. So I don't know if I'm supposed to order multiple packs and just throw them all in at once, which could start a war. Ooh. Or if I just order one and hope that 5 to 10 ants is enough, even though all the advice I've read says get at least 30 workers. So, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think, because I really don't know. I genuinely want to know what you guys think. Your opinion matters to me. I'm new at this. I'm learning at this. So please don't think I'm an expert. I've only been doing this a week. You guys are learning with me. So please just keep that in mind as you watch. Be a little understanding of that if you would. I'd really appreciate that from you. So, yeah, my next goal, I have a couple goals already. I'm going to be shooting a few more videos for you guys this weekend. Happy Friday, TGIF. Alright guys, guess what I caught? Ants. I caught ants. Got myself a whole jar full with a little bit of honey and nothing else in there, just some honey. I don't know, it looks to be about 30 or 40 of them. Black ones too, so they didn't bite me when I touched them with my fingers, so that was nice, because I was actually kind of worried about that, truly. I wasn't, I know they don't bite, but like, anytime you touch a bug, your first thought is, oh my god, it's gonna bite me, so whatever. Here's how I'm going to get them into the jar of sand. I have tried to collect them all at the cap, but because there's honey and there's petroleum jelly, it got sticky and whatever. Also, I will note, when I put the petroleum jelly on the inner rim of the lid, wasn't my best idea. Apparently, they couldn't even get past it to go in. I thought they'd be able to like slide through it like a water slide or something. And that's not how petroleum jelly works, apparently, because it's not. So, oh look, one just fell off the top. Anyway, yeah, so that didn't work. They were all gathered on the top of the lid, like on the outside, so I just took my finger and quickly went bloop and just put them in there, and they all kind of fell in a clump in the inside and then dispersed. So that was kind of funny to watch. I wish I could have filmed that for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get them in the jar. All right, so for supplies, you have 1 giant ant farm with jar inside, like so. That way, you can make them tunnel on the edges as opposed to tunneling down the middle. That way you can see the tunnels. It's kind of cool. All right, guys, we're using the funnel that I used yesterday again. I'm also using a kebab stick with Q-tips taped to it so I may gently scoop the ants out of the honey and put them in the jar. That is my goal. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, I'm kneeling on concrete, so I'm gonna try to make this fast. I'm going to simply open the jar, dump in the ants, scoop them out with my little scooper, and then be done. Alright, step 1, get the lid off. Oh, it's sticking. Alright, we're gonna do this. There's 1. There is 2. Get off my string, guys. Okay, here we go. 3. Oh, I'm trying to scoop you up, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm Trying to get you out the honey you're stuck in. Oh, little guy. Oh, get off my stick. Ooh. Ooh, he doesn't want to get off the stick. I might be squishing him. Why isn't this working? Yeah, see, guys, I said something the other day about my fear about the honey causing them to stick, and it absolutely did. I'm trying to pick this one up by finger. Here, I'm in there, little guy. I'm in the funnel. I'm in the funnel. In the funnel. Oh, I just squished him. Shit. Oopsies. I cursed. Kids don't say that word. Sorry, parents. All right. So, well, 2 came out. We're just gonna start hitting them. Kind of working though, truly. I think they're just, a lot of them are really, really stuck to that honey. And I'm trying not to jolt them too bad. But, you know, it is what it is. Truly. There you go, baby. Okay. Come on, Ant, get off there. Okay, I didn't hurt him. I'm gonna pause for a second, guys, and I'm gonna continue this because it's getting a little hairy in here, and I'm just gonna let you know how it goes. Okay, guys, so I've been doing this for a minute now, and I'm trying to get the ants into the jar, and I have learned a few little tips and tricks. Oh, here's one. Boop, gotcha. So dumping them out of the jar is good. Just dump them out. I've also noticed if you're using a Q-tip stick like this, they will want to climb the stick and not go in the jar. Come on, boys, girls, whatever. There we go. Okay, so honey is not my favorite thing to catch ants with anymore. It was very difficult to get them off of the honey, and it was very difficult, and there's still some in there that I need to scoop out because I don't want to be cruel and I don't want them to die in the honey. That's not cool. So I am going to scoop them out, I am going to put them in my jar, and I am going to hope that they live. I'm also going to try and catch some more because I don't think this is enough for my giant ant farm. I'm just going to leave this out here longer and see what else I catch. So stay tuned. As you can see, I've got a couple. I had like 20 of them up here, and they all climb down the sides, and they're all down there somewhere. Okay, last but not least, I'm sorry this video is so long. I know it's kind of hard to follow. If you're still with me, thank you so much, because I know you're curious, and that's why you're here. I have decided that I am going to continue catching ants for the day. I took the same jar, washed it out, got the petroleum jelly and the honey out. I did a pinch of sugar inside of the wet jar, and there was a little water pooled at the bottom, so it kind of became sugar water, which is what they like to consume. So that's going to be good for them. It's going to attract a couple ants, I hope. And I'm just going to do that probably 5 or 6 times throughout the weekend in the same area, hopefully, so that I can just catch from the same colony, so I don't start a war. But we'll see. I'll let you know how it goes. Anyway, have a good day. Subscribe to follow more. I have more coming this weekend. I love you all. Mwah.